Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 10th of January 1979, and the title is Put an End to Waste and Wait. Today, Bapdada was especially pleased to see the deep love of the children. He was seeing how the children have become like moths and come to the flame. All of you moths have the one special desire to have a meeting. This is why Bapdada also has to come into the corporeal gathering to celebrate a meeting. By seeing the speed of efforts of each one, Bapdada knows that each one of you is moving along according to your capacity with the thought of reaching your destination. The thought you have is the same, your destination is the same, your guide is the same, the Srimad you receive is the same. So, how do you become number-wise? It is an easy path. In your present form, you are cooperative, and so why is there a difference in your speed? In the rosary of 16,000, one of you is the first bead and another is the last bead. The period of time for making effort is the same for both. The place where the last one and the first one studies is the same. Your teacher is the same. The teachings you receive are the same. It isn't that the first one receives special tuition. Yet, why is there so much difference? What is the reason for this? Your titles of the confluence age are great. Whether you are the first one or the last one, your titles are Master Almighty Authority, Master Knowledgeful, Trikaldarshi, Master janijananhar, Knower of all secrets, and so why is someone less? You belong to the same Brahmin family. You belong to the same dynasty of Brahma. Your duty of becoming a world benefactor is the same. And yet, why is there so much difference? The inheritance that each of you receives from the unlimited Father is also unlimited. Everyone has an equal right to liberation and liberation in life. And yet, why is there so much difference? What is the reason for this? On looking at the efforts of all the children, Bapdada saw two main reasons for the difference. Firstly, you lose everything because you wasted. Secondly, there is surplus weight. Nowadays, it is believed that the cause of physical illness is being overweight, and that the way to cure illness is to lose weight. Similarly, the difference in the speed of effort of the first one and last one is based on their weight. Just as an illness develops automatically in someone who is physically overweight, so too, a soul that is heavy automatically develops spiritual illness. Just as the cause of physical illness is eating things that are rotten, so here, too, your intellect consumes things that have gone rotten, that is, things of the past, which you should not be thinking about or consuming. To imbibe the weaknesses and defects of other souls is also known as consuming rotten things. You like anything fried? It tempts you a great deal. You even eat this against your conscious wish. However, the more tempting it is, the more damage it causes. Similarly, here, the things that attract you the most is listening to and sharing wasteful things with one another. The form may be of having a spiritual heart-to-heart conversation or a spiritual exchange, but it results in the vision of dislike for one another. You think that it is entertainment, but it causes sorrow in the minds of many. So although the external form may be very attractive, it results in making others fall. You put on weight when your intellect consumes such things, just as you are unable to run or climb when you are physically overweight, so you are also unable to intensify your efforts. You are unable to experience your ascending stage at every step. An overweight person is not always able to go where he wants. Firstly, overweight people have to stop every so often as they move along, and secondly, they have to take the support of others. In the same way, you become tired of making effort, that is, you become influenced by obstacles and unable to overcome them. As well as this, you move along by relying on another soul to support you. All souls have received the support of the One Father, but you move along here by relying on another soul to support you. Then, if you don't receive a little support or cooperation from other souls, you become unable to continue. Again and again, you would say that you can only move along if you receive cooperation, that you can only move forward if someone gives you the chance or if someone helps you. Because you yourself are heavy, you want to lighten your burden by taking support from someone else. This is why Bap Dada is also telling you to lose weight. In order to lose physical weight, you have to exercise. So here too, you have to exercise the soul. That is, you have to practice yoga. One moment, be a karma yogi, a corporeal actor on this stage of the corporeal world, playing your part. The next moment, be a subtle angel, a resident of the subtle region, and experience the Avyakt form. The next moment, become incorporeal and experience the incorporeal world. The next moment, be a resident of your kingdom of heaven and experience your deity form. By exercising your intellect in this way, you will always stay light. All your heaviness will disappear. The speed of your efforts will become fast. You will not need to take any support. You will constantly experience the Father's support. That is, you will experience yourself to be under the canopy of protection. Instead of just running, you will be able to take a high jump. So, the first way is to exercise yourself, and the second way is to be careful with your diet. You have to be careful not to let your intellect consume anything impure. Baba told you earlier not to consume anything rotten or fried. Secondly, don't waste anything. Why do you waste things? When you don't use something that is valuable according to its value, that is called wasting it. You have received the treasure of this time of the confluence age from the Father. 1 second of the confluence age is worth multi-millions. If you do not use every second for the self or others as though it is worth multi-millions, then you are wasting those seconds. That is, you are not accumulating them in your account according to their value. Within the drama, it is only at the confluence age that you receive the blessing of earning multi-millions at every second. If you don't use this blessing by accumulating for yourself and donating to others, then that too is called wasting it. Do not think that you didn't commit any sin or that you didn't make any mistake, because not to take the benefit of this time is also to waste it. If you don't attain anything for yourself or enable others to attain anything from the blessing that you have been given, then that too is a waste. In the same way, thoughts are a treasure, knowledge is a treasure, and by surrendering your money to God, one new paisa becomes as valuable as a jewel. If you don't use all these treasures to benefit yourself or for service, then that too would be wasteful. Let every second be for self benefit and world benefit. Are you using all the treasures the Father has given you for the purpose for which He has given them to you? Many children say, I haven't done anything good or bad, so in which account would that accumulate? Not to give something its value is also called wasting it. Through this, your speed of effort doesn't get faster, and because of that, you become number wise. So, do you now understand the reason why you become number wise? Wait and waste. Now, finish both these things, and you will come in the first division. Otherwise, those who are overweight will have to wait. Instead of coming in the first kingdom, you will have to come in the second kingdom. Would you prefer to wait, or would you like to take a seat? Now, what are you going to do? Become double light? Acha. To those who remain constantly light as angels, to those who use all the treasures to benefit the self and others, to those who have adopted an easy yogi life by constantly experiencing the Father's support, to the intense effort-making children, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Bapdada meeting Didi and Dadi. To be a Maharathi means to be weightless. Such Maharathis would be seen as constantly flying angels. You are the angels of knowledge who have the wings of Gyan, knowledge, and Vigyan, yoga, and those home is Paristan. What is Paristan? Of course, heaven is also called Paristan. But what is the Paristan now that is beyond the physical place? The heart throne. The greatest throne of all is the heart throne. To be seated on the heart throne means to be an angel of Paristan. Such souls are known as angels of Paristan. This is your permanent place. You don't get off the throne. To get off the throne means to move away from the Father instead of remaining face to face with Him. Baba is constantly in front of you children, and so you children should also be constantly in front of the Father. Who is able to remain face to face with the Father? his children. The devotees are always on the side, whereas his children are always face to face with him. So this is known as being an angel of Paristan. Angels also have gatherings. They fly together. They can fly and reach wherever they want. They don't need any support. So those who are such angels of Paristan, those who are able to fly whenever and wherever they want to go, are Maharathis. The memorial of this stage of the Maharathis is the picture in which each gopi is shown with Gopi Vallabh, father of the gopis. The sound emerging from each and every one of you gopis is, my Gopi Vallabh. The picture of being constantly in that company is the memorial of your stage. You do not become separated from him, but are constantly together. Each of you has full rights over the Father. This picture is of those serviceable ones who have all rights, of those who have made the Father their permanent companion. This is the picture of the Maharathi's stage. A Maharathi is one who is constantly with the Father. This image is of you constantly fulfilling your responsibility to him. All other souls, apart from the Maharathis, are sometimes face to face with the Father, and at other times they step away from him. They are not able to experience his company constantly. Sometimes they let go of his company, and sometimes they hold on to him. This is why this memorial cannot be said to be theirs. Acha, have the Maharathis invented a new and refined way to make effort? Being refined means to make something happen practically the moment you think about it. Create an easy way to make effort, in which you do not have to make so much spiritual endeavor, and yet you attain greater success. Nowadays, for whatever purpose scientists create inventions, they create them to increase success or reduce pain. In the same way, on the basis of your experience, invent such an easy method of making effort that just as the instruments of science are able to achieve success in a second, so you are able to achieve success with the means of silence. The Father gives you knowledge, but just as you use all the scientific inventions that were created in a laboratory, so too you children have to make it practical. Facilities to experiment with means, facility with which to have an experience. Now, tell people that you have a method which they can use, through which they won't have to work so hard, so much, and yet will have a better experience. Now, create such a method according to the atmosphere everywhere, and also according to the news you are receiving from everywhere about weak souls. A medicine is invented according to the disease, and so, according to the news from everywhere, create such a method and put it into a practical form. Let the Maharathis now create such a new invention. Set up a research group. Now, do you Maharathis understand what you have to do? Then your business activities will become lighter. Just as when you previously observed silence, you all became free at that time, and your time was saved, so too, now find some means that will save time for you. Let there be silence in the mind, and let no wasteful thoughts arise. This too is silence of the mind. Just as when no sound emerges through your lips, you are in silence, so too, not having any wasteful thoughts is also silence of the mind. Then all waste will finish, everyone's time will be saved, and service can then begin. A new invention will be created through the silence of the mind. Just as you saw how new wonders emerged in the beginning through your silence, so too new wonders will emerge through this silence of the mind. So, who will become the first instrument for this? This group of Maharathis. Put into practice all the methods that you have received from the Father. Not everyone knows all those methods. They may know how to speak, but they don't know how to use the methods to achieve success. So, they are not even able to have yoga. So, make such a plan that you will enable you to succeed easily. Acha, Om Shanti.